Relationships Coast to Coast.
Hey, it's good to be with you, Elissa.
It's good to be with you, Chuck. Thanks for being with me today.
Well,
So,
we're looking forward to Mother's Day, and that brought some thoughts as we're thinking about Mother's Day.
yes, it's a week from Sunday. So we were talking about Mother's Day and how people sometimes, it's a very happy holiday in general, but sometimes people have had different experiences that come up when they think about their own parenting and their own mothering. And so we wanted to just really focus on that, about how our experiences actually do influence who we are in our couple relationship as an adult.
Right.
And
Yeah. So the still face video, you and I were discussing that. We want to share a little bit of that, because what happens in this still face experiment is that a mother is interacting with her child, gives the child a still face, and you see the anxiety that's created. And so we're just going to use a clip from that video to just sort of preface what we want to talk about. The effect of the parenting that we received, how that affects our current relationship. So bear with me for just one moment as we get this video up and
it's
running.
a little bit hard to watch, but I mean, it's a very mixed experience.
Right.
Babies this young are extremely responsive.
Okay, we're going to go to the place where we want to start here.
He sits down and she's playing with her baby, who's about a year of age. And she gives a greeting to the baby gives a greeting back to her. This baby starts pointing at different places in the world, and the mother's trying to engage her and play with her. They're working to coordinate their emotions and their intentions, what they want to do in the world. And that's really what the baby is used to. And then we ask the mother to not respond to the baby. The baby very quickly picks up on this. And then she uses all of her abilities to try and get the mother back. She smiles at the mother. She points because she's used to the mother looking where she points. The baby puts both hands up in front of her and says, "What's happening here?" She makes that screechy sound at the mother, like, "Come on, why aren't we doing this?" Even in this 2 minutes, when they don't get the normal reaction, they react with negative emotions. They turn away. They feel the stress of it. They actually may lose control of their posture because of the stress that they're experiencing.
All right.
Yeah, so it's difficult to watch that, but what you would see right after is how quickly they re-engaged in a loving, happy way once the mother was more present in her normal way again. And this is, the idea of this is to really focus on how our own childhood affects us as a couple. It's not to put more pressure on mothers to be perfect, or something like that. The idea is we generally all do the best that we can. Most people, we can say that that's true with all the stresses and all the different things that pull us in many different directions as parents. But we're really trying to understand here how our own childhood and what happens in that can really have powerful influence and how we can get stuck in our couple relationship and really try to work through that. So that's one thing that we're really focused on by showing this.
Right. And the video really portrays clearly how when the child feels disconnected from the mother, the anxiety that floods the psyche and the reactivity. And this is kind of a normal thing when there's a reconnection, because your mom may have If you're like my wife, she was born and then a year later, her mom had twins and they had colic and there was a lot going on. And sometimes it's not that the parents want to not meet the needs of the child. It's just that it happens. And sometimes we can feel that abandonment. Or on the other side, there's a case where when a parent gets anxious, like a mom or a dad gets anxious, they tend to go into action and that child can feel controlled or smothered, intruded upon. And so these woundings take place, not necessarily because people are bad, but because life happens. And so this then affects how we respond when those old wounds are triggered by my current partner in an intimate partnership. Look out, because I may start screaming and I might start being the minimizer and pulling away and detaching out of that anxiety that I'm feeling because I'm being triggered from an old past. So this Mother's Day, how can we make it the best? Maybe we're looking at the positive aspects of our parents and then really blessing our mother this Mother's Day.
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense. And really have compassion for our own mothers. The more we can have compassion for our own mothers, our own fathers, the more compassion we're really giving ourselves. And it just gets so much easier. So we all have our stresses, unfortunately, nobody's perfect as parents. We do our best. But the important thing is, one, to have compassion for our parents, and also to try to understand how these things from our childhood get played out in our current relationships. And that is the kind of thing that we do focus on in the Imago work as well, which can be really, really powerful and extremely helpful. So it's enlightening, as for the individuals, and also it's incredibly helpful for the couple as well.
Well said, Elissa. Show your mom's cup. And
I just got this as a gift from my sister, actually, who's a wonderful sister. And now you can show your cup. It was so funny. I showed him this.
All right. I don't want to one up you, but this was sent by a client because I emphasized the importance of being curious about your partner rather than being judgmental and critical.
But it's so funny how we have the same thing. Isn't it hysterical? Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Yes.
Well, hey, great being with you, and we hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next month.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and to all you people who have moms. Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.